Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgie Man, and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about Chainsaw Man chapter 180. So, what did you think about this week's chapter? Honestly, I'm a little bit confused about this week's chapter, and this week's chapter overall, if I had to describe it, it would be just a big WTF. Because this is like very trippy. This chapter gave me a lot of like, for example, like if you guys ever seen the movie Midsummer, it gave me that kind of vibe, and we also see pretty much the return of Denji in some regard. We still don't know what exactly that means, but I'm very intrigued about what this week's chapter brings forward in the future. Now, before I go any further with this week's chapter, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my anime and manga, as well as all my Chainsaw Man content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's chapter. So this week's chapter starts off right where we left off last time, which is pretty much, the Agent Devil looking at Yoru and being like, okay, I'm about to, show you guys my true power. And what she proceeds to do is, she gives Yoru a Uno reverse card. She goes bang. And I was like, oh man, this is funny. I started laughing when I saw that. I was like, there ain't no way she just taunted her like that. And what happens is pretty much she, like, it's kind of trippy because we see like this sequence where we see Asa being kind of like, or Yoru being, it seems like they're being transferred somewhere else, whether it's literally physically they're being transferred, or is it their mental state that's being transferred, whatever the case is. We see they're being transferred to this other place, and we see that as soon as Asa gets sent to this place, we see that it's this beautiful like forest. It looks like just a beautiful forest, like, peaceful. And it's kind of just like lonely. There's nothing there. It's just a bunch of beautiful scenery. And Asa's like, what's going on? You see her like just confused. And as she's walking around, trying to stumble upon like where she's at, she sees Denji just sleeping in the floor. And this, I'm theorizing that because obviously the Agent Devil both hit her, Pochita and Yoru. I'm assuming that's why they're both there. But I'm very interested to see how their dynamic's going to be going forward between Denji and Asa, because now it seems like Denji's in some deep sleep. And my question is he in deep sleep because he's being controlled by Pochita at the time being, or is it just because my man fell asleep? Because you never know with Denji, And what happens is pretty much as soon as Asa sees Denji, Yoru takes control once again, and my girl ain't playing. She goes straight for the kill. My girl just pulls up her finger. She goes bang bang, and she keeps, like, at first it doesn't nothing happens, and eventually she's like, what was that? And then she gets on top of him, pause, and she starts spamming the bang 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 bang, and nothing's going on. And my theory is that obviously this is like a astral realm. If anybody's seen like Doctor Strange, it's something like, I guess people cannot be harmed. It's kind of like limbo, I guess you could say, because there seems to be that Yoru's power's off. Like, she's not able to use her abilities. And I wonder why that exactly it is. And I wonder if she will be able to even use anything going forward. But as I'm wondering that, we see that pretty much as Yoru's confused about the whole situation, just like myself, she stumbles upon this guy. And he's like, hey, hello. And my man, I was like, what is going on? Who are you? I was like, dude, what is going on? Who is this dude? And this dude is wearing like, he looked like straight up from Elden Ring, when you don't have any gear, he got that little like sumo wrestler kind of outfit, like it's like a thong or whatever you want to call it. But I was just laughing. I was like, my man he has not gotten any gear in his Elden Ring walkthrough. And what we see is pretty much they're just like, who are you, bro? It's like, oh yeah, I've been here for like a while. This is the Agent Devil's, like, they created this world. Yeah, so none of that's gonna work. So yeah. And I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, I'm just like, what? And what happens is pretty much as he's talking about, like, yeah, I made a contract with the Agent Devil because I started seeing like my lifeline showing up more, my lifelines, and yeah, I started like looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, man, I wish I wouldn't age. And next thing I know, I made a contract with the Agent Devil, and like by looking at a mirror, and I'm here. So like, yeah, I just been stuck here for a while, bro. And like, don't get twisted, I've tried to like end myself a couple of times and nothing seems to happen. So like, we're just stuck here. And Yoru was like, or Asa, I forget. Asa's like, yeah, like, whoa, have you ever found an exit, or like, what's going on? Like, how long? Like, cause he's like, I'm actually one of the younger ones here. It's like, how long have you been here exactly? Asa starts telling this guy, and this guy's like, oh, I'm actually one of the younger people here. I'm actually being here the least amount of, one of the least amount of amount. And he proceeds to just tell us that he's been here for 82 years. And he has not aged a single day since he's been here. He looks the same. And I was like, geez, that's rough. I was like, 82 years in just limbo. And that's another thing, like, I always see, like, when works of fiction, when people are just like, I wish for immortality. I'm like, oh, I would never want to wish for that, bro. Because, like, you would get bored. I feel like I would get bored. 82 years stuck there, bro. That's like 3 times almost the amount of what I am. Like, close to it. I'm like, dude, like, I'd be bored, especially no Wi-Fi, no internet, no streaming. Like, you're just stuck in the woods. Like, geez, man, like, sucks for this guy. Like, straight up sucks to be this guy. You don't get to play, your PS5, your Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, which, by the way, I've been playing that over the weekend. On a side note, great game, loved it. But in all honesty, I was like, man, this guy's had it rough, to put it simplest terms. And what happens is, like, Asa, she's like, hey, so, like, where's the next? Is like, there was a person that once exited this place, but, like, yeah, like, that was a while ago. And then she's like, wait, hold on. There's somebody that exit how? Like, tell us how. And he's like, yeah, hold on. That's gonna have to wait because, like, I'm gonna be in the middle of something. She's like, what do you mean in the middle of something? What are you about to do? He's like, you see, this is about the time where I lose it. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, I usually, like, lose it about this time. And Asa's like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, huh? And then you see my man is off the rails, to put it in the simplest terms. Like, my man's he's losing his marbles. He's about to he's burning out. Like, my man is crashing the F out. Like, and then you see my man hugging a tree and he's just screaming. And I was like, geez, man. And this is what I mean by it was giving me, like, Midsummer vibes, where I'm just like, bro, what is going on? There's some weird, like, cult kind of vibes giving me here. Like, there's some weird, trippy, like, just people losing their marbles, just unsettling. That's the best word I could describe it. Like, very uncomfortable. If I was Asa there, I'd be very uncomfortable about this whole situation. And that's pretty much how the chapter is, where we see this guy just losing his, he's just losing his mind, and Asa's just there like, huh? Like, and if I'm Asa, I'm extremely pissed off at this point, because I'm not only is it all yours for that we're here, then now that we're here, like, I got to deal with this nut job where he's just hugging the tree, screaming, like, thinking like he's a darn koala. And, like I said, once again, no YouTube to watch, no streaming. You don't get to be, watching anything. You're just bored. And I was like, man, this sucks. And that's pretty much how the chapter ends. And now I'm wondering, like, what's going to happen? Like, is Denji going to wake up next chapter? Or is he going to be, like, stayed asleep for, like, the entirety of this little detour towards the ancient world? Or is Asa going to, like, wake him up by kissing him like the Sleeping Beauty over here? Whatever the case, I'm just like, man, I'm very interested to see how this plays out, because not only did this person say that one person escaped previously, which now I'm questioning, how did that somebody even escape the aging worlds, like, thing. And I have a couple of theories. I have a speculation that maybe the person that escaped that might have been, like, I have like 3 possible outcomes. Maybe Pochita was once sent here but he escaped. That could be one possibility. Maybe the other one would be that maybe the Death Devil, that happened to them for they've been sent here and then they escaped. And then my final theory would be that maybe Yoshida perhaps has been here and he escaped. He's talked about death and the aging and all that. So that's my 3 theories. Just throwing it out there, But with all that being said, what did you guys think about this week's chapter? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was alright? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Chainsaw Man, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.